include governments, businesses, and of course, investors. Governments use the Forex market to implement policies. For example, when conducting business with another country, whether it's borrowing money, lending money, or offering aid, a country needs to convert its currency into a foreign currency. Businesses use the Forex market to facilitate international trade. For example, they may need to convert payments for goods and services bought overseas or to exchange payments from international customers into their preferred currency. And investors use the Forex market to speculate on changes in currency prices. Currency prices change almost constantly during the week because the Forex market is open continuously from Sunday at 4 p.m. until Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. A trading day starts at 4 p.m. and ends at 4 p.m. Central Time the following day. The market has to be open around the clock because of the global nature of the economy. Let's go over some basics of how trading Forex works. When you trade Forex, you're not just trading one product. You're trading two currencies against each other. This is known as a currency pair. The quote for a Forex currency pair defines the value of one currency relative to the other. The easiest way to understand any quote is to read the pair from left to right. Let's look at an example using the euro versus the US dollar currency pair. If the EUR/USD is trading at 1.20, that means 1 euro is equal to $1.20 US dollars. Here's another example using the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar currency pair. If the USD/CAD is trading at 1.25, that means 1 US dollar is equal to $1.25 Canadian dollars. Even though there are two currencies involved, the pair itself acts like a single entity, similar to a stock or commodity. And just like when trading stock, investors profit when they buy a currency pair, and its price increases. Investors can also profit if they sell or short a currency pair, and the price decreases. Let's look at an example. Suppose an investor thinks Europe's economy is going to grow faster than the United States, and as a result, she thinks the euro will strengthen against the US dollar. She can buy the euro versus US dollar pair to speculate on her assumption. If the price of the currency pair rises, she'll make money. Conversely, if the price falls, she'll experience a loss. Now that we've covered the basics, let's look at a few key aspects of the Forex market. We'll start with margin. When you trade on margin, you only need to put up a percentage of the total investment to enter into a position. This amount is known as the margin requirement. When you trade other securities like stocks, trading on margin means you're borrowing funds from your broker. However, Forex trades can only be covered using funds in the investor's Forex account. Investors can't borrow funds to enter a Forex trade. If they don't have funds in their Forex account, they need to transfer funds before placing a trade. Forex margin requirements vary depending on the currency pairs and the size of a trade. Currency pairs typically trade in specific quantities known as lots. The most common lot sizes are standard and mini. Standard lots represent 100,000 units, and mini lots represent 10,000 units. Depending on your brokerage firm, you may also be able to trade Forex in 1,000 unit increments, also known as micro lots. Margin requirements can be as small as 2% of a trade or as large as 20%, but the margin requirement for most currency pairs averages around 3 to 5%. To understand how margin is calculated, let's look at an example using the euro versus US dollar pair. Say this pair was trading at 1.20 and an investor wanted to buy a standard lot or 100,000 units. The total cost of the trade would be $120,000. That's a lot of capital. However, the investor doesn't have to pay that full amount. Instead, she pays the margin requirement. Let's say the margin requirement was 3%. 3% of $120,000 is $3,600. That's the amount the investor needs in her Forex account to place this trade. This brings us to another key element of the Forex market: leverage. Leverage enables investors to control a large investment with a relatively small amount of money. In this example, the investor is able to control $120,000 with $3,600. The leverage associated with currency pairs is one of the biggest benefits of the Forex market, but it's also one of the biggest risks. Leverage gives investors the potential to make large profits or large losses. One more important element in the Forex market is financing. This is the calculation of net interest owed or earned on currency pairs, and it happens when an investor holds a position past the close of the trading day. The US dollar is associated with an overnight lending rate set by the Fed, and this rate defines the cost of borrowing money. Similarly, each foreign currency has its own overnight lending rate. Remember, when you trade a currency pair, you're trading two currencies against each other. Even though the currency pair acts like a single entity, you're technically long one currency and short the other. In terms of financing, you're lending the currency that you're long and borrowing the currency you're short. This lending and borrowing occurs at the overnight lending rate of each respective currency. In general, an investor receives a credit if the currency he is long has a higher interest rate than the currency he is short. Conversely, an investor is debited if the currency he is long has a lower interest rate than the currency he is short. Let's look at an example. Suppose an investor has a position in the Australian dollar versus the US dollar currency pair. Say the overnight lending rate for the Australian dollar is 2% and the overnight lending rate for the US dollar is 1%. The investor is long the currency pair, which means he is long the AUD and short the USD. Since the AUD has a higher interest rate than the USD, the investor will receive a credit. However, if the investor was short the AUD-USD currency pair, he'd have to pay the debit because he's short the currency that has a higher interest rate. Financing is performed automatically by your brokerage firm. However, it's important to understand how it works and its financial impact on the trade. We've reviewed just a few elements of the Forex market. As with all investment opportunities, the Forex market has a unique set of risks and benefits, and education is the first step to determine if this is the right opportunity for you.
Hey, when the market did what it did today, I was like, all right, cool. I know that the banks, the corporations, the institutions, if it's low and highs, just remember, it's going to be money parked there. And that's why I was talking about the liquidity, because at the high of the day and low of the day, you got money parked there because people are waiting for the market to come back down to those levels. When they go into the new day, right, they're going to go back up there. If I draw us across, they're going to go back up there and poke their head in there and take the liquidity out of that area. They're going to take that money, like I said before. So that positions you as an investor to say, all right, cool, I know that that's the previous high right there. So I want to position myself not to buy because that's what they want you to do. That's why we say sell high and buy low. You buy low down here. Previous high is your guide. Sell high. Instead of people buying, you sell high down here. So when it go down, you make more and more money. But we're doing what the institutions are doing because they high and low. As soon as the market's open, like I said, they shoot the price up impulsively. They make it so people, chase it. Shoot the market up, get people to think, oh, I'm missing out with the market. No, they just going to get the previous money off the table. They're cleaning off the table because that's their job. Their job is to clean off the table. Make sure nobody makes money. That's their job. Yeah, exactly. And if you can have the mindset of, cool, I want to make sure that I'm protected at all times when it comes to trading, and know that they not going to look out for you. They going to make sure that you don't make no money. So when you're doing this, be in and out. You take out the previous high, and I always use an analogy with this. It's like the bees. They poking at. When they satisfied, they gone. Mm-hmm. Same thing. They poking at just a little bit, and they go. And they take off. And once they do this, people that's buying the market, you're talking life savings. All type of stuff.
They're losing that money.
Exactly. Because they're on the opposite side and they don't know. Like what we know, And like I say, this is your guide because every day they're going to print out a high and low. And I literally do this to this day. I'll look at the market, I see what they did yesterday, and I will not trade. So what I'm trying to say, I will not trade in the middle. This is why they say buy low, sell high. You sell high up here, right? And you buy low down here because this is what the institutions are doing. I want to do what they do. I want to do what the successful people do. So let's say the market is trading like this. That's a slap on the hand. You do not want to trade while it's in the middle because that's their whole game plan. They want you to, I think the market's going to go up. So they'll mess around and print a pattern right here to make you think, we about to move. Exactly. But then you are educated because now you know the time of the day you should be trading. You know what you're looking for, and you know the whole game of, hey, sell high, buy low. This is what the banks are doing. So this is why I say the time zones are important. So today I got around 6. Some of y'all might get up a little earlier. I don't always get up at 6. But I only trade around a certain time of the day because everybody else is trading around that time. The banks and everything are trading around that time, so I don't want to be losing money. So if they trading in the middle in that offset time, I'll just wait. I'll just wait until London session come or New York session come, because that's when they're gonna make their move to the previous high or low. It could be either or. They're gonna take the money, and then this is where we see the patterns at. I'm gonna close out with this. Then I'll ask questions. Going back to what we talked about. When they do this, at the high price, this is where most of the time you're gonna see that pattern that I'm gonna talk about. I guarantee I can bet y'all $1,000 right now. Most of the time, when they go to the high or low price, they're gonna form a pattern. And this is how we're able to get the confirmation, like, I need to hit in this. This is it. Because they'll do it around the high and low price. If they do it in here, like I said, it's a no-no. You know it's a trap. But when they do it at a high and low price, you know that's the gold move. You know that's the golden. But like I said, you sell high. And then we're gonna talk about this, and like I said, I'm gonna ask you questions. This goes back into the patterns. And I talk about the patterns a little bit more in the course, because it's more visual. I know everybody learns a little different. But like with the patterns, we know that they form around the high and low price. You got the high price, low price, right? Every day, same thing. Market might be here, don't trade. Market may come up here, do that. Cool. How do you take advantage of this? When you see the M pattern, I'm telling you, it happens over and over again. You sell right here, you sell right here, and you sell right here. So, you might be at the grocery store, you might be at home. You're like, hey, babe, I missed the trade. You got more than one opportunity to get on that setup. You see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it happens to me. Sometimes it happens to me, like, I'll wake up and I'll already have missed this part of the M pattern. And it's patience, like I said. It takes a while for it to form, which is good. And then it'll go down, and then it'll come back up. And then on that second kiss, the last kiss, I'm able to set it down because they gave me another opportunity to get in. So that's why I'm circling these right here. So if you take a note, you visually draw the M pattern.
So when you buying, right?
This is a sell setup.
That's the sell setup. You already did the buy setup.
I'm gonna do it next.
Oh, okay.
But just remember, like, you got 1, 2, 3 opportunities to get in on that one setup. That one setup right there can make you a nice penny if you aggressive. It depends on how you are. So same thing can happen at the low price. It's a W. One right here, you buy right here, you buy right here. Sometimes, like I say, it's manipulation in the game, so they're not gonna give it to you clear as day all the time. You might see a W pattern like this. And all while they doing this is going back into what we talked about. You got money parked down here. So they probably had buyers right here, so buyers bought into it right here. So from this leg right here to this leg, you have buyers buy it up.
So let me say something. So basically, the way you describe it, it's almost like a lottery. It's like the more people they get to buy in, that drives the market.
Exactly. And that's why I started this, so y'all understand the game. Because if you understand the game, nothing can touch you. You're not going to be confused about anything. Because you're like, when they start moving, you're like, I already know what they're doing. That's why I like to educate people on like this part. Because like, if you understand this, you're untouchable. But like you said, that's the lottery. Sell your dream, buy it up just a little bit, get people to think it's going down. Whole time, they're going to stop on the B's again, take all that money off the table, and then go up. And that prints the whole pattern. When the market did what it did today, I was like, all right, cool. I know that the banks, the corporations, the institutions, if it's low and highs, just remember
The foreign exchange or FOREX market.
And that's what I was talking about, the little preview that we had. Now I want to kind of dive a little bit more into what we just talked about and how you guys can begin to start investing for yourselves. Good morning, God. If you guys are joining for the very first time, this is the N.C.A.M session. All right, so what that stands for is no longer being confused about money. And all that's saying is that, you know, if you're taking in this knowledge and you're listening and stand to the very end of this video, right, you're going to be able to, you know, find out some things that you didn't know before. You're going to learn some things that you didn't know before you jumped on this video. And I'm confident that you're going to get value from this. Now, our only job as an investor, like I always talk about, is this one thing I want to focus on today. Now, if you can begin to spot these patterns, right, Now, like I said, this is not the end all be all, but if you can begin to spot these patterns, right? Us ordinary people can become wealthy off just doing this alone. Now I'm gonna break this down in the most simplest form as I can. Now this one pattern right here can make you millions of dollars. Millions. When I say millions, I really mean millions. All right. I'm not underestimating that or anything. I'm just giving you facts. All right. So this is called, and I'm gonna label this out. If you guys are taking notes, hey, you can take notes. So this is called a double top. I'm just giving you guys the terminology of what we use as investors. So this is called a double top pattern. So it's an M pattern, right? It's a visually, an M pattern, right? And what we are doing in this case right here is what we are already used to hearing, which is, AKA, right? AKA sell high, right? So when you see this right here, you're selling high. So like I said, if you guys are catching this and taking notes and following me, this is key information. So once we visually spot this pattern, our job is halfway done as investors. This goes back into my 3 pillars and what I talk about the market not being as risky as you may have thought it was, and then not being time consuming as you may have thought it was, right? And it's not damn sure as difficult as you guys are making it seem to be, right? Now, this is why it's not, difficult, risky, and not as difficult. Because if I told you that, all right, I got people hitting me up because the market is actually, market is moving today. So if I told you that your only job was to focus on finding, patterns to be able to spot opportunities, and the opportunity is going to make you money, then it's a no-brainer, So that's what we do. We spot the patterns and we position ourselves as investors to make money. If we can see the pattern, which you guys can see on my chart right now, then you can make money. You guys with me? Right? Now, this is only one pattern that I'm talking about. Now, if I was to take this pattern right here and take it from the top, what this red arrow is, all the way to the bottom right here, that was 52 pips. That's the distance that it went from the top to the bottom. Now, you could have positioned yourselves at the very top of that M that you are seeing right now, right? You sell it because you're a seller in this case. Like I said, when you see an M pattern, you're selling high, sell high, right? What's complicated about that? Nothing, right? It's straightforward, simple. And this is why I say get the right mentorship, because depending on who you learn from, they may or may not, simplify things for you. But right here, we're simplifying it, right? Sell high. When you see this, nothing changes. Every time you see this, it's money time. When you see this pattern, every time you see this pattern, it's money time. It's time to make some money. So for you guys that's on this live video, for the 5 seconds that you're on here, or, guys that's, stand on the video and listen to me, just know that you have the same opportunity that I have to make money every time this pattern pops up on any stock, any index, any futures, any currency pair, anything. If it's a live corporation, they have a stock, right? And we are able to visually see this pattern. I don't know what you guys are not getting about why investing has been the culture and why it's a no-brainer, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't have the answers to that. But I do have the answers to how to make this money, how to build this wealth, how to develop a lifetime skill set, and how to show you how to eat for an eternity. I'm showing you how to eat for an eternity, right? Now, this next pattern is one of the ones that, continue to pop up over and over again as well. Now, remember I said we're selling high when we see that M pattern, right? In this case, when we see a W pattern, guess what we're doing? Anybody can guess. You can comment in the comment section, drop a comment below. So, if you guys didn't know, we're doing the opposite. So we got a double bottom because we are buying low. Right? You guys catching on this? Hope you guys are getting value from this. So watch this. So in this case, we're buying low. Now, like I said, I know a lot of people, say these things, but they are not going to give you the benefit of the doubt for showing you how to do this. I don't mind showing you. I want to give you guys value as much as I can and see you guys chase greatness. That's what it's all about. Passing the skill set on to the next person. Now, once we see this pattern, just the same way we see the M pattern, right? M stands for, if you want, millions. When you see the M, just say, hey, millions, right? If you see the W, that stands for wealth, right? Double bottom, double top. And this is what the institutions don't want you guys to know about. This is what the institutions don't want you to know about. These are the secrets. This is the information. This is the $1 trillion information that they don't want you to have access to, right? But I'm giving it to you, right? I hope you're getting value from this because, like, it's just this. So the charts that you see me pulling up and all that stuff, I'm not caring about what all that stuff is going on. I'm only looking for a specific thing. And those specific things are patterns. Either it's an M pattern or a W pattern. That's it. So are you telling me that you couldn't visually see either one of these and make money for yourself? You see what I'm saying? And this is how we're able to make money without picking up the phone. Hey, mom, you want to join this ML? Hey, mom, you want to join this board game? We don't need to do that. So I'm not knocking on y'all that doing the board games and these different little schemes and whatnot. But over here, this is real, legitimate, lifetime wealth, lifetime skill set. I don't have to even open my mouth. You get what I'm saying? And the same thing is going to apply to you if you are serious enough to learn the skill set, to want to further your education, right? And you have that opportunity. You have that opportunity. Listen to me live right now. You have that opportunity to further your education on learning this skill set, which is not hard. I'm showing you right now. So I'm going to just talk about these two patterns today. These two patterns right here can make you guys millions of dollars. Now what I want to do is jump into a live market to show you one of these patterns. You guys mind if I go into a live market right now and show you guys the real pattern? You guys mind if I do that? Now check this out. What we're about to see is a M pattern, and I want to show you guys this live. Now, remember I just showed you that M pattern, right? We may always get more than one M pattern. So, right now you don't know what to look for, right? And that's why we have the course in place. So for the next 10 people, who sign up to the course today, like I said, I got something very special for y'all. You're going to get my one-on-one attention, and I got something special for y'all. But that offer is only for the next 10 people. But what I want to do is, besides that, we're going to show you how to spot gold, right? And all of this, it's a lot of noise. I can agree. But what we are looking for, like I said, is only one thing. And that's the M pattern or the W. We're either sellers or we're either buyers. That's the only two things that we can do. And that's the only two things that can happen. So what's complicated about that? Nothing, right? So in this case, I'm clearly going to be a seller. So what I'm going to do as an investor, like I said, my only job is to be able to spot patterns. Now, I see more than one M pattern, but I just want to show you guys that, boom, there we go, right? You see the M pattern? Right there. The same M pattern I just showed you guys, right? Boom, boom, right? You see how if you would have sold the market at the very peak, the very top, sell higher, remember? Look at this. Remember the pattern I just showed you? Let me go back to the daily time frame. But you remember that, right? Remember I just showed you, right? Look at that. The same M pattern I just showed you. I just spotted that in the real market, the real live market just now. And I go back. Look, same M pattern. I was just able to spot it in the real market to take advantage of it, to be advantageous, to make me some money today. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you guys how much we cashed in today. Let me show you real quick. Let me put my camera up real quick. I want to show y'all that. All right, so right now, we're currently up. You can see it fluctuating. It's live. Right? And you're probably wondering, like, how am I able to make this type of income? It's simply because I'm invested. I know what to look for, right? And this is all in one day. Showing you guys that it's, right? Look, all in one day, y'all. All in one day. Right? And like I said, that's just thanks to having the knowledge and the skill set. And it's not hard. Like I said, we're willing to teach you how to do it, and show you how to eat for an eternity. And that's what it's all about. So you have the same opportunity. If you're ready to get started with us and learn, like I said, click the link in the comment section. Go to the website. Check us out. And if you got some questions, you could personally interact with me. You could personally ask me questions. I don't mind. But once again, let me show you guys that. And it's going up. Let me go back to the camera real quick. I hope y'all can see this. Y'all see the numbers, right? They going up. And I can even show you guys, look. I have some of my some of the 120 Dreamers hitting me up right now. Look at this. I'm gonna cover his name up, but look at this. Live results, y'all. Look, it's real text message too. Look, it's not no fake text message or nothing like that. This is real text. We don't fake around here. Look at that. Testimonials. People just text me. This was at what? He just texted me this around 9:16. So I'm not the only person getting these results. I'm not the only person following the same blueprint that you have the opportunity to get access to. It's just that, it's a matter of you, taking advantage and being advantageous. You're seeing how this can benefit you. If you don't see how it can benefit you this far, if you haven't got value from what we're talking about this far, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All right? So, like I said, I'm trying to make it so you can begin to get invested, because I understand that people don't get invested and want to because they think that it's hard, it's time consuming, and all that other stuff. And I just showed you that none of those things apply in this case. We make it simple to where my 4-year-old is understanding this information. 4-year-old investor. How old are you? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It don't matter how old you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not too late to get invested. And this is why investing is a no-brainer. Right? So, now I just showed you an M pattern in the live market. Now we're going to locate a W pattern. And I want to show you in the live market. So, right now, we see what? What do you see? Like I said, if you are not able to see these things, that's okay. That's why we have the course in place, so you can further your education, to begin to train your eyes to see these things that you don't see. Because once you begin to train your eyes to see these things, you can make money on your own. Not depending on me or your mom, nobody else. You can make money on your own. And then you can go pass it on to mom or dad and show them how to do it. Because I don't want you to keep it to yourself. I want you to pass this on to other people. Right? Now, this is a W pattern. Now, I know it may look a little different from what we talked about, but it's still the same concept. Still the same skill set. Now, let me see if I can show you guys a cleaner W pattern that we can spot real quick. I'm trying to see. But these things happen over and over again, as you guys can see. So it's a lot of opportunity. Oh, there we go, right there. Look at that. All right, so let me erase these things off the chart real quick. So I hope you guys are getting value from this. I hope you guys are understanding why you should get invested and why investing has been the culture. It's a no-brainer. You putting your money to work for you to make more money. It only makes sense. It's only right. Now, this right here is a W pattern. And like I said, the terminology that we use is a little bit different, but it's still the same thing. It's visually shown as a W, right? And you can see it right there. I'm not making this up. Live market. So, remember I said, you're either selling high or you're buying low. That's it. Like I said, it's just like we're betting on our favorite sports team, right? You either win or lose, right? You either got the Bulls or the Bears. I'm selling or I'm buying the market. That's it. In this case, I have confirmation. I have the confidence. I have the evidence that I need to be buying the market. Why? Because I see the pattern. The pattern is going to be your best friend. The pattern is going to be that confirmation that you need to get into these trades and make money. Now let's just talk money real quick so you guys can see. From the bottom where that arrow is, the green arrow, I'm going to take this little tool. It's called a measurement tool, right? Take it and go to the very top to currently where the market is at right now. Now, you guys can pull out your calculator with me and walk through it with me if you want, right? Now, what does the market say? It says 121, right? So I'm going to take 121. Now, this part's come down to being in control of your risk factor. So that goes back into you guys thinking that it's super risky, right? When it's not. Because you have full control. Meaning that this distance, right? You bought at the bottom. And now the market has risen 121 pips, right? So let's say that you got in at the bottom. You position yourself with probably, let's say you did 10 cents. You can do a penny. And some of you guys don't believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. Why would I get on here and lie, right? 121 times 0.01, right? You can do a penny. I'm just showing you, right? And you hit equal. That's $1.21. That's nothing. So let's go a little bit more bigger, right? You do that 121, the distance, times $1. You'd have made $121 all in one day. Not even taking you an entire 24 hours to see these type of returns, right? Now, let me go ahead and do this correctly real quick so y'all can see this. All right, here we go. So, let's say that you get acquainted with this, you start investing, and you're like, man, he wasn't lying. I see this M pattern, I see this W pattern quite often. I want to be a little bit more aggressive the next time around, right? You do 121, right? Times $5 for every pip. In this case, it's 1 all the way to 121. So 121 times 5. You'd have made $605. Are you guys hearing me? If you can't hear me, then that's completely fine. Let me know that you can't hear me. But if you can hear me and you feel me, let me hear you holler. Let me hear you. Like, right? 121, same number. This time we're gonna go a little bit more aggressive. We do $10. So you telling me you'd have made $1,210 all in under 24 hours? You guys see that, right? All I did was do 121, right, times 10. So I'm not making this up. And you can go even heavier with this. Look, you can do more money if you want. This part really depends on you. Like I said before, and this controls the risk factor. And like I say, what risk, how much risk is there if you have full control, right? You have full control over that. Now, what's risky about this is if you didn't have no control, but you have control of what you're willing to risk or invest. So 121 times $20, you'd have made $2,420. I rest my case. All right? So I hope you guys are getting value from this. I hope you guys understand why. And I don't like to talk crazy, man, but I mean, first and foremost, investing is a no-brainer. I already said that. But I feel like, I'm going to keep it all to myself, man. I just don't understand, man. People talk a good game and they want to make money, but if you want to make money, then this is where it's at. If you want to make money, then you show that by taking action, getting a course, right? We'll show you how to do this thing. But for some of y'all just like to talk. Y'all not really about that life investing, so we're going to keep it on moving. But that's the W pattern, by the way. You guys getting value from this? You like that? Y'all got any questions? I can go over anything right now. Speak up or forever hold your peace. Right now is the opportunity to learn this thing. It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter where you've been in life. It don't matter none of that. You could be oh my God, I think this pattern just played out. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. So I put this inside the, we got a VIP chat, and all the 120 Dreamers have access to my exclusive personal trades and the trades before they happen, FOREX patterns, everything. And I put this inside the Telegram or whatever, and this is a head and shoulders. This is another pattern that shows up quite often. Remember I talked about the M pattern and the W pattern. This is another pattern that we continue to see And this is the Head and Shoulders pattern. And right now you'll be selling the market. And I posted this last week, and it's finally coming to fruition and playing out, and people are making money off this. So let me show you guys, man. This is it's just life-changing information, man. And I like to see other people chase greatness, and that's what we're doing, man. We seeing people every single day able to tap into this and see some life-changing results. So this is an M pattern inside the Head and Shoulders. So y'all see the bigger pattern, right? The Head and Shoulders. But inside the Head and Shoulders, we get even more confirmation. Like, it's giving you so much confirmation that you can make money, right? And that you're going to be profitable. Look at that. Do y'all see that? That's too much confirmation to be sitting on the sideline watching, If you get this type of confirmation, then you don't need to just be sitting second guessing yourself. This is just something that you get into because you see it already happening. Now, there it is, This is a great setup. And like I said before, we've already sent this, idea and this trade setup to, some of the 120 dreamers inside. And like I said, they've been able to be advantageous and take advantage of it. Let me see if I can show you guys the Telegram real quick. We put this inside the Telegram a little while back about this Head and Shoulders. Let's see. All right, here we go. So, let me bring my screen up a little bit. All right, here we go. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's the same Head and Shoulders that we look. And this was back last week. And I told them, I say, hey, this is going to happen, but you have to be patient. And as you guys can see it happening right now, live in the market right now, it's actually starting to, sell off. The market is going down because we're sellers in this case, like I mentioned before. And the pattern gives us the confirmation to get in. So, like I said, guys, this is not our first rodeo. We know what we're doing over here. We know how to properly invest and make money. And like I said, any of you guys can be a part of what we got. And, I welcome you with open arms. But for the next 10 people, and next 10 people only, because like I said, we don't allow every and anybody to get inside the inner circle. We like to give you guys that one-on-one attention, so we make sure that you are seeing six figures next year and all that good stuff. So the next 10 people who get in, I got something special for you. And one thing I'm gonna give you a free one-on-one session with me, so I can make sure that I get you up to speed and make sure that you are clarified on what's going on and how you can benefit from this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off this live video, but I'm going to be right back at this thing tomorrow. Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And like I said, investing in the culture. So get invested. There's no reason why you shouldn't get invested. And hey, I'm out. It's your boy, Mr. 120 Dreams. I love y'all.